What is up, G family? What's it doing? What is the vibes? How are you? Now we're gonna get into this reaction. But first, 33% of you guys that watch my videos aren't subscribed. You can press the subscribe button. It is free. And if you do, I appreciate it. But we're gonna be reacting to eight most disturbing things caught on dash cam footage. Now, if you scare easily, I wouldn't watch this, you know. You feel me? But with that said, we're gonna get into the video.
In this first video, the dashcam footage from a truck caught the exact moment an ambush took place. The video clearly shows as multiple people alongside the highway use an improvised roadblock made of tree branches to force drivers to stop. The people responsible were multiple illegal immigrants angered by a recent demolition of a makeshift camp they had set up.
Bro, look how many people are around there, dude. Let's see what happens, but they're on some weird stuff.
As soon as the truck stopped, they would climb the guardrail and throw multiple sticks, rocks, and even lumps of concrete at the driver. Luckily, the driver would make it past the
Bro, it ain't the driver's fault why your stuff is demolished. Why y'all doing all that? Come on now.
roadblock, though he would claim that in the moment he feared for his life, and unfortunately he would receive multiple wounds from items thrown through the windshield that would ultimately require him to seek medical attention.
God damn, they're throwing them things hella hard. Yeah.
This footage takes place at 1:30 a.m. on a Sunday, and it features dashcam footage of a car traveling along a quiet stretch of road in the country. As the car approaches an intersection, a hooded man can be seen standing with his head bowed in the middle of the road. As the car gets closer, the man can be seen attempting to walk in front of it, forcing the driver to stop. And that's when the man can be heard screaming as he lunges towards the car, which of course would force the driver to step on the gas and get out of there.
Bro, what is wrong with people nowadays? Like, y'all really, at 1:30 in the morning, this is what you decide to do in a truck? Like, what? What is going on?
The driver claims
What the hell is wrong with people, bro? This man right here gotta be on some type of something. He just parked right there, barking at somebody, whatever that was.
that after the encounter, he would frantically try to call and warn his wife, who was traveling on the same road about a minute behind him. Unfortunately, he wasn't quick enough, which would cause his wife to experience the exact same encounter. To this day, the couple claims they were unsure of whether the man was trying to rob them, take their cars, or hurt them in some way or another.
Hey, he swung
This next
that
footage
thing.
takes place on a dark and isolated road. It starts out with nothing out of the ordinary, when, just as the car rounds a bend, an out-of-place figure wearing a suit with a briefcase and an umbrella comes into frame. And directly after, another identical man can be seen. The men would retreat into the long grass, where suddenly it's clear there are multiple men looking identical to each other. They seem to have been startled by the vehicle, as if they had been caught. when suddenly, further down the road, yet another figure can be seen, this one holding a flare. It's still unclear what happened next, or what the driver truly witnessed that night, though many believe the driver had drove right in the middle of a cult taking part in a ritual of some sort.
What the? Yo, let me know in the comments. Would y'all even stop, or would y'all keep going? Like, I'm keep going. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just keep going. Like, y'all can have that. Hey, don't put me in that. I'm gone. That car just drove from down the same way they just came from, though.
In this video, you can see the dashcam footage of a parked vehicle in the middle of an October day in 2014. From the audio, it's clear someone is inside the car, as you can hear the window roll down, followed by the driver saying how creepy something is. And that's when you realize what the driver is talking about, as you can see a man wearing a disturbing looking mask walk around the vehicle. According to the driver, there were 5 others with the same mask on not visible from the dashcam. Though, even still, it's clear the driver thinks it's a joke, as you can hear her laughing. But that's when the masked men break one of the car's windows and proceed to rob the driver of all her valuables. The whole while, horrifying screams from the driver can be heard.
She didn't think it was a joke after that, huh? You really think somebody that's surrounding your car like a shark with a mask on is joking? Looking at you like how this dude's looking at you. Like, he obviously sees the camera in your hand. Went back, told the other dudes, hey, they got a camera in their hand, and they still did it, but you thought it was a joke. Like, hey, you deserve that.
Consumers are facing during the decline in the U.S. economy. The Internal Revenue Service may
Those are so creepy.
settlements from consumers and back
Where'd you get it?
This may result in back taxes being reduced by thousands of dollars. An open phone line.
Where did you get them?
Come
here.
What
did you get?
ensure your financial stability during this
How
decline.
much did you get out of the car?
Take down this number now. 800-639-9690. That's 800-639-9690. If you owe back taxes to the IRS, there's no need to pay anymore. The IRS will not be accepting reduced settlements.
This footage was taken in the middle of the night in a
Dude just walked right inside. Did you see him? Look. Y'all gotta peep him. Look, he's. What are y'all doing in that situation? Y'all just gonna walk off? 5 dudes on the old lady?
This footage was taken in the middle of the night in a desolate field located in Saudi Arabia. Almost right away, you can see as the driver is slowly approaching a white figure that looks to be holding a cane off in the distance. As the footage progresses, the white figure starts limping towards the vehicle, and after a few seconds, the driver can be heard panicking. After a while longer, the figure continues to move towards the driver, and now obviously terrified, the driver can be heard yelling commands at the figure that can basically be translated to back up and get away from my car. Near the end of the video, the figure can be heard making a shrieking noise directed at the driver. The video itself is no doubt disturbing, and it's still unclear what the driver had actually caught on video that night.
This video is trippy. What the hell? Why is they just running like that? Whatever that thing is.
This footage comes from a police cruiser's dash cam, and in the footage you can see as 3 officers are attempting to assist the owners of a car that had broken down on the side of the road. Though, as the footage progresses, the officers look behind them as if to react to a noise. And that's when all of them desperately try to get out of the way of a car coming straight towards them at an extremely high speed. The car would barely miss the officers and come to a screeching halt further down the road. The driver of the vehicle was discovered to be intoxicated 26-year-old Cedric Keith Henson Jr. Though the parked vehicle
Don't drink and drive, though. That is 100% facts. If you're gonna drink, drink at home. Relax. You don't need to be drinking and driving. 'Cause stuff like this happens, and we don't need that nowadays. Come on now, y'all. Gotta be smarter than this.
vehicles would receive serious damage. Luckily, no one was hurt. Back in 2016, a sort of killer clown phase would shake Americans for a few months. It basically consisted of multiple people dressing up in clown costumes. For many, the motive was simply to scare people, though others would actually rob and even kidnap people. And during that time, in 2016, a family would drive home in South Yorkshire late at night when their dashcam would capture a clown step out in front of their vehicle. The clown would proceed to just stand there and wave, until after a few seconds, the clown would sprint towards the vehicle. The driver of the vehicle would desperately go in reverse, until finally going back in drive, forcing the clown to get out of the way.
That's what I'm talking about. Fight back, driver. You in the whole metal car. That clown can get flipped over that. You know what I mean? And keep going. It is still weird though. Like people weren't really doing this. Like, come on now. What is wrong with you? That's what I'm talking about.
This video shows the dashcam footage of a police cruiser located in Texas. In the video, you can see as the car in front of the police cruiser suddenly swerves and brakes in an attempt to avoid an object on the road. As the cruiser gets closer, it's revealed that the object is a woman lying passed out on the road. Luckily, Sergeant Scott would stop to help the woman by waking her up and getting her on her feet. The woman was overall suspected of having been intoxicated when she ran her car into a nearby ditch and walked back up the road just to pass out moments later. What's terrifying is just how many times she had been almost
There we go with the drinking and driving. If she was at home, that would have never happened. She would have fell asleep on the couch.
ran over prior to Sergeant Scott stopping to help her.
Now imagine if the first person that drove did not see the person in the road and just flap flap. Oh, oh, flap flap. All right, you guys. That's the end of the video. If you watch to the end of the video, press that subscribe button. Become part of the G family. This is G Rax, and I'm signing out. I'll see you in the next one, G family.